I think the first time we got mortared, we only had 2 mortars. It was not, it wasn't really a huge contact, but it very quickly sort of made it dawn on you that there is an opposition out there, and they are very willing to get you and kill you. So after that, it sort of makes you realise that, okay, if I get this wrong, then it could end disastrously. So.
I think for me the principle behind 65 Degrees North is again born out of the Greenland crossing, and I think we saw the appetite that people had to support the project, to support the guys and girls who've obviously given a lot in conflict.
We're at the registration gate, Kilimanjaro. It's all a new experience, so it'll be good. Looking forward to seeing it, how it occurs, what happens, how everyone deals with it.
Well, now that I've actually seen the size of it, I can't get over it. I'm just in shock.
I suppose mixed with excitement and trepidation, I suppose, really. It's going into the unknown. But I think we've got a good bunch around us, so we'll all support each other all the way.
You might have a tough day, you might not have a tough day. Just be supportive of everybody else on the team, okay? Let's make it a team effort and let's get to the top.
So the charity started 10 or 12 years ago and has grown quickly, and it's just as well it has, actually, because we've had a lot of people who need help. It's my firm belief that the number of people that will need help will increase, not through the physical injuries, but through the psychological injuries.
We've been working up in the area, a place called Maglai Finger. It was just a strip which was contested by all 3 sides. But then we went up there one day, and the mood had changed. We knew that when we was driving up, you could feel every town we went through there was something quite different. And I think that hit me hard, the fact that there was only 4 of us, and we had to, we were forced away at gunpoint, throwing mortar shells at us when we were driving away, and knowing you felt a failure really, because you'd left those women and children there, and we all knew what was going to happen.
I knew that PTSD existed and stuff, and from school you read about shell shock and stuff. It's all the same stuff. It's like a lot of things, you don't think it's going to happen to you. And it was only as the process developed and the symptoms got worse, and I had to then go and see other professionals and stuff. That's where it sort of come about, where I was diagnosed with PTSD.
Because it was so stigmatised in the forces, you think, well, am I going to get medical discharge? Are people going to ostracise me? And it's not just a job, it's a career, and you don't want to feel like a burden.
We're all Marines, we don't get broken, we're men, and so to admit it to ourselves and to other people, it is almost a non-starter.
And it starts affecting everybody else in your life. It has a snowball effect, and the tentacles go out, and it does tend to, once it starts hitting people you love, then you realise, right, okay, I've got to deal with this now. And I felt angry at myself, certainly guilty that I was feeling that way, and it was almost, because it's a male-dominant world in the Royal Marines, it was almost like a shame. You felt ashamed to admit something like that.
Today we're going to Barranca camp. It's about 17 kilometers from here. We're going to walk around 10 hours today.
It's been quite tough. It was quite steep coming down and quite long going up.
Emotional. And when I say emotional, I mean cold, wet, just honking. But obviously I've really enjoyed myself. I'm speaking on behalf of everyone else.
The reason I came out is because I'm a big believer in the charity, the cause PTSD.
I didn't know until I started sort of looking into this a little bit further that Royal Marines are disproportionately more likely to suffer from PTSD and serious injury and fatalities because of the nature of the deployments that they undergo. I hope that we've all worked together well so far, and hopefully that will continue, and we'll get to the summit as a team.
just reached high camp, and I think that's 4,700 metres. So we've just got here now. I think we're just going to get his heads down, have some scran, have some water, and then we're going to go straight up that bad boy at 12 o'clock tonight.
I've been very encouraged to see everybody help each other out the whole way. It's important about finding your own pace and your own rhythm. Think about why you're doing this and say, okay, look, I'm 2 hours away from the summit. I'm in a really bad spot, but the guys I'm doing this for, they're in a bad spot for the rest of their lives. So dig deep and find another 2 hours.
Very nervous actually. I didn't get much sleep. I think because we've gone so far in 5 days, I hate to see any of us fall at the final hurdle.
We've come this far, you know. We've done days and loads of walking and a lot of altitude, a lot of sickness and and what have you. So, do you know what I mean? Let's not make that in vain.
You know, we've got such a fantastic team. The team's really gelled together, and I think that's, you know, we're all there for each other at the minute. So that's going to help keep us motivated when it's rough.
I think we're starting to see the signs of altitude sickness. We're quite high now, temperature's dropping.
That just kept going on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, I think most of the team, if not all of the team, were in a bucket. But Jesus, to come up and see that, yeah, emotional, really emotional. People back home, people who supported me, and I wasn't going to let them down. We'll go and push on to the actual summit now and finish it for real.
Yesterday when we summited Kilimanjaro was both the worst and the best experience of my life.
For me, obviously the highlight was obviously reaching the top, the views. I don't really think you can really put that into words.
Everybody 100% was on top, so yeah, it's been absolutely phenomenal.
To have done this from a personal level and for what it's designed for, raising awareness for PTSD, it's been mind-blowing for me, it really has.
Everything we've done by being here has hopefully achieved what we wanted it to achieve at the end of the day, and just the talks between the guys, the conversations that have happened, all of it, it's worked really well.
Again, just because people don't have a physical injury like a prosthetic or scars or anything like that doesn't mean that they haven't got an injury, and yeah, I think it's just a win-win situation doing things like this.
It's another step in my journey for recovery and a massive step from a personal level.
To me it was quite emotional, because this team, a very special team, had come together in an act of humanity. It was not about the fact that they'd climbed a mountain, it was the fact that they'd come together as a team to work to assist in the rehabilitation of our injured troops.
I don't suppose any of them thought they could do it when they look at it from here, and it's what, 20 miles away and 18,000 feet plus. But the look of achievement and happiness and pride that they'd done this not for themselves but of course for 65 degrees north. It was wonderful.